in this case, we come back and look at the top. We see our fastener, that symbolic solid body, and that is, we can turn that off using this. So that is gone. Let's go take a look at quickly of this particular rivet. We see that this particular rivet, did not, even though we defined a counterpoint, we did not add any points to it. So we created another function called a join hole. Join hole, basically, I can select a particular point, or I can select a cluster of the points. So I'm going to pick 3 of them for those 3 in the app. So now, once I select that, I select OK. The purpose that we want that to be a separate workflow. We see that we have that feature, we have the holes in there. So if we come in here, all of our fasteners already been defined. We can come in here and define the weight. If we uncheck that, we see that we have the holes. I don't know if you can see that very clearly, but we definitely have the holes that define that. So that is the first one. And then we see that those other 3 are the ones. So I'm going to do undo. So this is one of the features that is available to you. The reason we do not want to combine that into a single feature is because a lot of this will create additional features to our part, and loading up all these fastener holes is going to increase of our load time. So right now we don't want to do that. So I'm going to undo this, and later on you can come back and add that back on. All right, so that is done. Okay, another thing is I want to quickly cover is that notice all the features are being compiled. A lot of these are repeat features, so now we can have the ability to come in and then I want to group them together. I want to group all the hardware, all the requirements, all the attributes, all that is done. And then we're going to give you a listing in our information window, how we're going to group them together. And then once that is done, you see that I have my features grouped together now. So I want to define this in what we call the model-based definition. All right, once we have our fasteners selected, what we want to do is we want to add a annotation. So PMI, we want to go ahead and add that into that. I want to select as I select all these features, I want to go ahead and select what kind of that is. And then I want to define fastener type. This also is the one I want. And then from there, I want to just add some of the hole information. And I can also add the part thickness, materials, and all that. In this case, really, I'm just going to take those 4 and add it to it. So once that is done, define that, bring it out a little more clear for me to see parallel to that. So we have a pin, it's a rivet, and then I can define that. So that is my first one. So that one's done. Let's go grab onto the second one. So in this case, second one, same thing. I want to add a PMI annotations to it. What is my pin information? And then what is my fastener type? And then from there, I want to go ahead and add all these 4 information in my annotations. And so now I have that parallel to the screen. We see that the consistency with my build material, I have this one, those are MS 0803, and then I want to create a 0804 for the ones in the back. So that is consistent. There are 2 types of design change. In this case, I want to demonstrate the first one. That is a parameter change. So I want to come in, look at my forward spar. I want to make a design change. I want to come in, looking at the detail information with an aero flange. I want to change that from 0.135. I want to change that to a 0.2. We see that design change. Notice we'll update all that information for you from 0803, 0804. We will update that to 0405. You see how quickly that design change is being done. Come back into my collector part. We see that there's 04, 0805, 0804. So this will conclude our first demonstration. Because the length of this presentation, I'll break it up in a couple sections. Thank you.